Hi everyone, Chris Anderson with Mount Comfort RV, continuing our showroom sale. Well, it's been going pretty well. We've moved several of the pieces that we have targeted and priced super aggressively, and we're going to continue that right now. So right now I'm in a 2022 Newmar Bay Star. This is the model 3226. Great floor plan, not a huge floor plan, but it kind of has the feel of a much bigger motorhome than what it actually is. So that's what everybody likes, makes it feel bigger than what you're actually driving down the road. So this being a gas motorhome, this will of course be built on the Ford platform with the 7.3 liter V8 engine. That's absolutely a monster for horsepower and torque for a gas powered platform. There is absolutely nothing better out there. I don't care how far back you go, truly an awesome platform. Now, we come up to the front here. We'll start in the driver's area. Of course, like all Newmar Class A motorhomes, it does have a fully automatic hydraulic leveling system. This one is from Equalizer. To the driver's left, we're going to have things like our hazard control, headlight control, our battery boost switch for, being our jump starter and stuff like that. Generator control over there, power and heated mirrors, all to the driver's left. The steering wheel, you're going to have all your controls for your instrument cluster, as well as your cruise control right there on the wheel. And then of course just your standard shifter on the right hand side with the tow haul mode. In the center console, you're going to have your camera system, which is a 3-camera system. You have turn signal activated cameras in that top screen. And then in the bottom screen, that's going to be your radio and nav and all that good stuff built in, along with your heating and cooling for the driver passenger area. One nice feature here is that we did option in the cockpit table. So this pulls out. Once you know how to do this, it's actually a pretty slick little deal. Flips over like that. You can face both the driver passenger chairs towards that. Nice little eating spot. But then when it's time to travel on down the road, once again, this just folds down like that. Put it right back in place. The passenger also has it pretty good here. Pretty easy access for the passenger. It's not too much of a hump. And then right here, we have a great table, good workspace here, cup holder for driver and passenger side. And then right here, I have an outlet. You don't have to get it on film. You can take my word for it. But there's an outlet down here with 120 volt and USB ports built right into it. So just everything you'd need as the passenger. Now, our TV location is mounted up front here, and then we have storage on either side. See that? And let me step out of here. And also here. Okay. I'm noticing we do have the built-in internet extender. That is a Wi-Fi range extender. So that's built into the coach as well. So if there is good internet available, you'll get it. These are dual pane windows in this coach. So we're going to have a very well insulated box from Newmar, of course. And then dual pane windows is just going to help it that much more. All right. As we come back through here, we have a sofa that does fold out to sleep 2 people. So this coach would be rated for as a 2-sleeper. Our controls for our lighting, for our primary lights on the wall and above your head are going to be right there. And then straight across, look at this. We have the buffet style dinette. This does pull out. Okay. So you can do 2 folding chairs if you want to, and make it a seating for 4. But the way that it collapses back in there and still leaves you with a lot of countertop space here is awesome. And then look at our primary TV. Bose soundbar, Samsung television, lighting control over here for this area, and another 120 volt outlet. Let's get into some of our storage in the main area here. We'll do this first. Okay. These doors are frosted, so a remote control will work through them. This coach does have an in-motion satellite on the coach, so if you want to sign up for DirecTV or Dish Network, you can certainly do that. Your receiver would go in here, or a DVD player if you want to put a DVD player in here as well. All right, so that's some of our overhead storage. There's a tremendous amount, whenever we do this buffet, you get a tremendous amount of storage in the dinette area. So let's take a look here. Nice little corner cabinet there, and then 4 drawers like this. And these are all the soft close drawers. Bottom one's a little bigger. All right. These chairs are heavy. It's actual, residential style furniture, so it's nice. Over here, we're going to have more storage. And then in the center, a little harder to get to. Okay, there we go. Great storage. All right, across from this, we have our overhead storage. This is all one big cabinet through here. The doors stand up on their own. They all have their own individual strut, so you don't have to be the one-arm loader. You can load things right into there easily. All right, and let's transition to the kitchen area. Nice big overhead here. I mean, there's plenty of room for plates, bowls, glassware. We have a flip down here. A double bowl stainless undermount sink with beautiful Corian work done right at Newmar. Of course, a full out sink sprayer. Okay, and then look at the storage here. And then drawers galore. 1, 2, oops. 3 and 4 of the little drawers, the bottom one being a little bigger. And then same thing here, we have 3 drawers like this. 1, 2, and the bottom one is even bigger, 3. So roomy little kitchen considering, get out of here, fly, considering the fact that, again, we're in a 32-foot coach. We have a 30-inch residential convection microwave from Whirlpool. We have a 3-burner undermount cooktop. This is kind of neat. Since it's undermount, you just take the top and flip it like that. It's your built-in backsplash. So this is easy to clean off. All right. This is all Corian as well. Back on the backsplash there. Just looks awesome. All right. Now, pantry, you say. Let's take a look at the pantry. It's huge. It's very well lit from this nice hallway light here. It's a lot of space, really wide. Back to the 11 cubic foot Whirlpool residential refrigerator with built-in ice maker. Okay. Nice storage above. And did I mention pantry? We have a lot of pantry. So if you want to use this as your primary pantry, and maybe even the previous pantry we showed you, if you want to use that as a linen closet, I've had customers do that before on this floor plan. To each their own. All right, take a look at the bathroom. As we come in here, first thing I notice, good countertop space here. There's always all kinds of lotions and potions we want to have sitting around. So good spot for that. This just flips down for storage. Now above, over here, this is just circuit breakers and fuses, so nothing too exciting right here, but good corner storage, and that's deep. Awesome medicine cabinet. Of course, we have a GFCI outlet here. Your fan above my head is actually controlled down here, so you don't have to be tall to get there. You have an undermount stainless sink here. And then very decent sized shower in this area here. Handheld. If you're tall, I'm only about 5'9", but if you're tall, you do have the skylight, so you can have some headspace, I guess you might say. And then, oh, I forgot the below storage. Here we go. There's where your toilet paper hangs. So again, 32-foot coach, so everything to scale, but pretty decent size in here. All right, back into the bedroom. One of the neat things about this 32-footer is it does feature a king-size bed. Nightstands each have an outlet with USBs right underneath the Corian that you see there. The bed does lift up for storage. There's the folding chairs. 2 huge wardrobes. All right. And then 5 drawers like this. Not to mention some nice countertop space. The other thing, this is still real Corian here. A lot of times, you know, they'll put Corian or a nice solid surface countertop in the kitchen, but they'll go cheap on the dinette table, or they'll go cheap everywhere else. This is Corian throughout. Another spot up here for either a DVD player and or a satellite receiver. And something that seems to have gone away in RVs, how about a rear window? You know, it used to be something that was very common in the 70s and 80s. Coaches don't have rear windows anymore, and I don't know why. I love having the rear window. All right, One other feature I forgot to show you. Look at this. We have this thing right here. Where are we climbing to? Well, let's take a look at that. Okay. This coach, Newmar doesn't do a lot of this, but this coach was actually optioned in with the overhead bed. This has an electric lock on it, but other than that, it's mechanical. This just flips down. This is rated at 250 pounds. Perfect sleeper for one, right there. Folds up just as easy. You just fold it in half. The struts assist it here, and then lock it in place. Just like that. All right. I think that we've covered most of the inside features. We can talk about price because it's a 2022. This has an MSRP of $225,690. We have a sale price on it of $194,992. Now, new Bay Stars have gone up significantly, just like everything between 22 and 23. These are anywhere from 250 to 275 new for a 2023. This is a brand new coach. This is, not a leftover. Well, it is a leftover, I guess, but it's not a demo. It's not, pre-owned in any fashion. This is a brand new motorhome. Its warranty starts on day one of you owning it. So if you're interested in that, please don't forget to ask for me and I'll walk you all the way through it. Let's take a look at what this looks like with the slide rooms in. Okay, so this one really gets like an A. I give a lot of them like a C plus to a B plus for space. Folks, other than the accessibility units that Newmar makes, you won't find better aisle than this one. Look at this space all the way through here. You come back to the bedroom area here. You can lay down, sleep on the king size bed if you want to, going down the road. Easy access to the bath. Don't even have to turn sideways. You can walk in and out normal of this bathroom. Okay, same way refrigerator, you can get into the refrigerator, you can get into the pantry. That may take a little creativity in respect that, you're going to want to stand here to get into the refrigerator, not back there. But once you have it open, I can get to my dilly bars without any problem whatsoever. Same way with any of the pantries that you have here. Easy access. You're not even turning sideways to walk through this coach. I mean, that's the nice part about this buffet style dinette, is it's really out of the way, lots of space going down the road. Now, we did forget to talk about some of the goodies up here, so let me hit that now. I'll just kind of hit all of these briefly. Up here, this is going to tell us what is in any of our holding tanks here, from our freshwater, gray water, black water, or our battery voltage as well. All of that is going to be represented right here on this screen. Notice we have a Truma AquaGo system here. That is our hot water on demand system. So you're going to have, really, if you're hooked up to city water, you're going to have on demand hot water and as much of it as you want. Our awning controls are in here, as well as our step controls. Awning lights here, step controls here, awning in and out over here. All right. I mentioned that this does have an in-motion satellite dish on it. That is the on and off switch for that is right here. And we have holding tank heaters on this coach. Those are 120 volt holding tanks, heaters on all three holding tanks. So control for that is here. Slide room control for the front two slides. This is a 3-slide coach, so the front 2 slides are controlled here. And then over here, this is going to be our energy management system. Right now, you can tell we're not plugged in, but if we were plugged in, it would detect what we're plugged into, be it a 30 or a 50 amp service, and it would systematically shut things off to keep us under that threshold so that we don't pop the circuit breaker out at the post. Lastly, we have our Xantrex 2000 watt inverter in here. Now the Newmar does this kind of creatively. It'll say on the window sticker that's a 1200 watt inverter, but they offer 3 different inverters for this, and if you option in more than 2, they just give you one 2000 watt pure sine inverter. So that's what this coach has in it, is the one 2000 watt pure sine inverter. All right, let's take a look at the outside of this coach. Okay, so we're on the outside of our 3226 motorhome now. As I mentioned, these are heated and power mirrors, so you have control from that from the inside. That may seem like something that, if you haven't owned an RV before, that may seem like something that, well, you'd think they all have, but surprisingly, a lot of Class A motorhomes, especially your less expensive gas models, your mirrors are manual. You have to come out here and operate them, and that's no fun whatsoever. So, nice feature. Everything is full body paint on this. There is no colored fiberglass with graphics. The stripes and everything you see on here are actually paint. This is our flagpole holder. there's a little adapter that slides down in there, and then your flag slides into that. Now, one of the differences between a Bay Star and a Bay Star Sport is when you're on a full-blown Bay Star, you're going to have the bigger wheels and tires. So these are the 22.5-inch Alcoa aluminum wheels, which of course aluminum dissipates heat better than steel, not to mention looks better, but also when you have a bigger tire, you're just going to get a better ride. And obviously I think that's what everybody's looking for, is as comfortable as they can be going down the road. Come forward, you can see over there is that inverter I mentioned to you in this first compartment. Above that we have a Samsung television on a pull-out bracket, and then we have storage down below and another compartment full of storage. Those two compartments are open to one another, so a larger item, an item even bigger than what one of the doors, or longer than what one of the doors are, can be squeezed in there. We come back one more compartment, we're going to get to our freshwater tank. And the only reason I really show this, there is a little bit of storage here on either side, but one thing I like is just having an easy to get to freshwater tank drain. So many times those are in a really bad spot and they're hard to get to. You know, when you're getting ready to leave, if you're heading home, there's no reason to take much water with you. You can just open that valve up and let it go. That's fresh water. Don't do that with the black water. All right, as we can see here with our beautiful finish, these stripes go right across the seams in here, but look how well everything lines up. And this is a flush mount slide. The slide actually recesses back into the wall. That's less opportunity for any water penetration, any wind noise going down the road, that type of thing. Come back a little further. We can see another one of our holding tanks. That's probably the black tank if I had to guess. And you can see that the sensors are exterior mounted sensors. Those are not probes that penetrate the tank. That's less opportunity for a leak because there's 3 less holes in our holding tank, number one. Number two, there's nothing, when you have probes that actually go to the inside of the tank, they will get stuff on them, and that stuff will make your gauges read inaccurately, and that won't happen here because it's an external tank probe. We do have our Cummins/Onan 5500 watt generator. That's enough to run everything in the coach. This is a smart generator. It has built-in onboard diagnostics as well. So if you ever do have a problem with this, it'll throw a code like your car throws a code, and will help with the diagnosing process. I love this next compartment here because even though it's kind of skinny, look at the height in there, and it does go all the way through. Same thing here with the rear compartment. Let me open this door on the opposite side. It didn't stay open. There we go. Now you can kind of see that that does go all the way through the coach. So for a gas coach, it's only 32 feet long. There's actually quite a bit of storage here. Let's work our way back to the back. They did route the exhaust for the generator out the back, which I like a lot better than having it, you know, directly under a slide room or, God forbid, out the door side of the coach where you really don't want it. We have a one-piece molded fiberglass cap back here, so many times when manufacturers are looking to save money, you just get a flat back to the motorhome, and that's fine, but this just looks so much better, and especially with the window molded in. The camera's molded up into the top of the cap as well. It's not some bolted on afterthought. We do have a ladder so you can get up there and have access to your roof, and we have a 5,000-pound tow hitch on the back. As we move around to the driver's side of the coach, you can see a few things. First of all, this is a big thick cord. That's actually a 50 amp shore power cord. This coach has an automatic transfer switch on it as well. And a lot of coaches have that, but not all of them. Sometimes you have to take your cord and actually plug it back into itself. This, you don't have to mess with that. Otherwise, if you don't have an automatic transfer switch, you can turn on the generator and not have power if you forgot to plug the coach in. With the automatic transfer switch, you don't have to worry about that. Move forward just a little bit, we can see that we have our fuel supply. This takes regular unleaded. You don't have to put super expensive fuel in it or anything. And then below that we have our holding tank, or our little cubby for the sewer hose. It has its own little spot to go, which I think everybody can appreciate that. Here's the other half of that pass-through storage we showed from the door side of the coach. And then this next compartment, even though it's kind of split, it's one door on there. And this is our wet bay. You can see our termination point where we're going to dump both gray and black water. That's all one termination point, and it's inside the heated space here. It's inside the contained area, not hanging out below the coach like it would be on a lesser coach. Also, we have a whole house water filtration system. So every drop of fresh water that comes into this coach is going to go through that filter, and you're going to have much cleaner water that way coming into your coach, and an outside shower with hot and cold water, so you can do easy cleanup out here. You can even turn the water pump on from out here. There's several places around the coach where you can turn that on. We come forward, we're going to see just a little bit more plumbing here. And what we're seeing here, this is our winterization hose. A lot of coaches don't give you that. You can either add that after the fact, or there's some more difficult ways to winterize your coach. The best part about this is when it comes time to winterize the coach, along with draining your tanks, really the next step is going to be to turn 2 valves, shove this hose down in a bottle of RV antifreeze, and instead of trying to pull from your fresh water tank, your water pump will automatically pull from the jug of RV antifreeze. Come forward again, we can see this compartment here. Okay, a little bit of light in there. That's a nice carpeted storage compartment as well. And then something you don't see on a lot of gas coaches, this actually has a pull-out battery tray with 4 of the house batteries right there on that tray. Now, there are a total of 6 house batteries on this coach and 1 chassis battery. The other 2 are located up front. The other 3, I should say, are located up front. So 4 of our batteries are here. These are the Deep Cycle Marine batteries. And then last but not least, we have our propane jug. That's a very large propane jug. Most people won't end up, unless you use your furnace a lot, you won't end up filling that more than once or twice a year. All right. So you can see we have our V8 emblem right here. We'll get a shot of this coach from the front so we can show our diamond shield. So diamond shield is the protectant for the front of our coach so that the bugs do not eat into the paint, and it'll also help against little rock chips. This windshield, this is not a gasket, this is a sealant. This is a bonded windshield. It's put in just like your car is. It's molded directly into that cap. All right, so that's gonna pretty much cover my 2022 Bay Star 3226. If you have any interest in this coach whatsoever, please don't hesitate to call and ask for me. I will be glad to help you with this, and we'll make you a whale of a deal on the coach. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and that takes care of us for today. Thanks for watching. My name's Chris Anderson. I'm with Mount Comfort RV.